why your video strategy is everything now.
And for this, to talk about why is video strategies everything now, I would like to invite on this stage Uptin Saiidi, journalist and content creator at Uptin. Please give him a big hand. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. All right, we're just gonna pull up the slides. How's everyone doing today? Good, get some thumbs up, yeah, I like that. Let's see who came the furthest. Anybody from, where are you guys from? Malta. Anyone farther from Malta? Did anyone come here for, where'd you come from? Oslan. Oslandica, okay. Okay, she won. All right, guys, I want to tell you something. If you do a video, it will get 12 times more shares than text and images combined. Video right now on the internet is getting seen 12 times more than text and images combined. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. We'll go slide. Guys, how do I do the slides? Oh, okay. This will be a lot easier because I've got a lot. Thank you so much. No worries. All right. So who am I? My name is Uptin. I make videos about tech, money, and cultures. I was a CNBC reporter for 7 years based in New York, Hong Kong, and Singapore. And then about a year and a half ago, I decided to leave my job and make videos myself. So I make videos on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and over the past year and a half, I've been able to amass more than 1 million followers just by making fun videos. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about how I do that and why it's so important for your marketing strategy today. These are some of the brands and organizations that I've worked with. And here is an interview with me in Euronews, and this was just done, I think, a couple weeks ago on Business Insider about my Facebook page. So I want to tell you a story. It was 2018, and Amazon opened up stores without cashiers. Basically, here's how it works. You log into the Amazon app, you enter the store, and then you pick up some items, and then you just walk out. There's no register, no cashier. And it automatically knows what you picked up using weight sensors, RFID, and camera technology. So this is a kind of interesting story, right? We've never seen technology quite like this. So everyone wrote about this. You had articles on The Verge, on CNN, on New York Times, Wall Street Journal, naturally, right? TV networks from around the world covered it on TV. TV networks even decided to put their TV clips and put it on YouTube. But what happened when the story was told through short, shareable video? I wanted to find out. So about 2 years ago, I went to an Amazon Go store in San Francisco, and I made, as you can see here, I made a 60-second version for TikTok and a 4-minute version for Facebook. And the views got combined about 50 million views, right? I was telling the exact same story that they were telling on articles, the exact same story that was being told on TV, right? But I was telling it in a short, simple way, in a place where more and more people are. TikTok and LinkedIn, these are the two platforms that have the best supply-demand ratio. You still have relatively low supply, but a huge demand. So these are platforms that I was able to tell the story. And guys, bear in mind, this was 3 years later. The Amazon Go store opened in 2018. My friends were like, isn't that an old story? I was like, yeah, but it's still a fun story. A lot of people don't know about it, right? 3 years later, I told the same story on TikTok, and it was able to get 14 million views. So these are some stats, in case you don't believe me, about how important video is for your content. Videos receive 12 times more shares than text and images combined. 80% of internet users watch videos. Marketers who use video grow their revenue by almost 50% more. Facebook, still 8 billion videos are consumed every day on Facebook. 81% of businesses are now using video, so that's 4 in 5. How many of you guys are using video in the audience for your marketing? Yeah, okay, so we're about half here. Well, four out of 5 say they are. And guys, when you do a video, people are 27 more times likely to click on a video, okay? So I encourage people to stop writing blog posts, stop writing articles on LinkedIn, and think about how to make a video. All right, so by now you're saying, okay, Uptin, this is easier said than done, right? Making video is not necessarily easy. Well, I'm here to tell you otherwise. Here are 3 methods I use to create videos, both for my own channels as well as for clients, companies that I work with. The first one is amateur by design. This is a term that's being used heavily right now amongst YouTubers, right? So even though you can have a $3,000 camera, this is your best friend when making videos. I do not own a DSLR camera, right? I was able to get 1 million followers just by filming on an iPhone. And even when I worked at CNBC, I noticed a trend. I noticed anytime I would film in selfie mode and we put that video on YouTube and Facebook, that video would do a lot better than when I had a professional cameraman, right? So I encourage companies, stop with the perfect lighting, stop with the perfect setup, and just be real. You could still be professional and it could still meet your brand guidelines, but you want to be more real. You want to be a little bit more relatable. And guess what, guys? That's good news for you because it's a lot cheaper to do video on an iPhone or a Samsung or a Huawei phone than it is to hire a cameraman, right? So here are some examples of what I mean by amateur by design. It's usually selfie mode. All of these videos were shot on my iPhone. The second one I want you to think about is to inform and entertain. All of your videos should either inform and or entertain, okay? So if a video is not doing one of the other, probably it's gonna get 34 views on your YouTube channel, okay? You want to inform or entertain. So here's some ways that I've done that. I do a lot of videos about economics, currencies, things like that, using numbers. Guys, just throwing in a number into your title on YouTube or on Facebook will really create an impact. Everyone speaks the language of money, right? So just throwing a number in your headline could help. And then the third one is be relatable. Be a human, not a company, all right? So be a human, not a company. When I worked at CNBC, I saw we were a 10-person team around the world creating videos for YouTube and Facebook. It took us about 4 years to get to 1 million followers, right? We were a multi-million-dollar brand, 10 people working on the channel. Versus these 2 guys, who are now friends of mine, Nas Daly and Drew Binsky, they were single individuals with their camera, roaming around the world, traveling, making videos, and Drew now has over 10 million followers. Nas Daly has over 40 million followers, right? So that's when I realized, I said, these people, this random guy named Drew is getting way more followers and views than this big company, even though we were 10 people, right? And that's when I realized that people want to follow a face, not a company. So with that, I have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If there's 1 or 2 questions, I'd be happy to answer. And here is how you can find me. I am on LinkedIn. That's a great way to connect. Just put in my name at Uptin on any of these platforms, as well as my email, and that's my LinkedIn. So if there is a question, we do have time for 1 question. Yeah, question? Okay, so he's asking about the sound, the quality of the sound. This is actually a really great question. Sound is the one thing I would say it should not necessarily be amateur. So again, if your video content is selfie mode, that's great. Lighting, I don't want it to be perfectly lit. But sound is important. So what I encourage you to do is have a microphone, right? And you can get a microphone for as cheap as 20 or 30 bucks on Amazon. That's what I use. I just use a little clip-on mic, or you can even attach a cell phone mic to your phone. But sound is the one thing where you don't want to be too amateur on that. All right, well, with that, I want to thank you all, and I really hope you guys I hope this presentation encourages you to, instead of writing a blog post next time, make a darn video. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please give a big hand to Uptin Saiidi.